What if I told you the biggest reason you can't save money has nothing to do with your salary, not your job, not inflation, not being bad with money? What if the real problem is a system designed to keep you spending first and saving last, and most people never realize it until it's too late? Here's the mystery. Millions of low-income families manage to survive month after month, yet almost none manage to build emergency savings. Even people who get raises often stay broke. And every year, more people fall into debt, even while earning more than ever before. So why does saving money feel impossible, especially when you're already struggling? Today, we're not giving generic budgeting advice. We're uncovering the real structure behind money flow, the psychological traps, the historical design of consumer finance, and the exact steps that allow ordinary people to flip the system in their favor fast. By the end of this video, you'll understand why traditional saving advice fails low-income earners, how money was engineered to move away from you, and the counter-system that lets you save quickly even with small income. But first, we need to go back. 100 years ago, saving money wasn't complicated. People didn't have endless subscription bills. No buy no pay later apps. No instant credit approvals. Most households followed one rule: earn, give, save, give, spend what's left. Banks rewarded savers with high interest. Cash felt real. Spending required physical effort, and debt carried social stigma. But everything changed after World War II. Governments wanted economic growth. Corporations wanted consumer spending. Banks wanted interest revenue. So they flipped the order. Instead of save first, society was quietly trained into earn gives, spend gives, borrow gives, hope something is left. Credit cards exploded in the 1970s. Advertising budgets multiplied. Psychology was weaponized to trigger impulse buying. And slowly, saving became optional while spending became automatic. This wasn't accidental, it was engineered. Let's break the chain. When incomes stagnated but costs kept rising, housing, healthcare, education, the system introduced an artificial solution. Easy credit. Instead of raising wages, companies offered payment plans. Instead of lowering prices, banks offered loans. Instead of teaching financial literacy, schools stayed silent. The result? People didn't feel poorer because debt filled the gap. But here's the dangerous effect. Debt trains your brain to prioritize monthly survival over long-term stability. You stop thinking in totals. You think in minimum payments. You think in, can I make it to next paycheck? And when you live this way long enough, saving feels impossible, not because you can't save, but because your financial structure is broken. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Many people earning less than average still manage to save, and many people earning above average stay broke. Why? Because saving isn't just about income, it's about cash flow control. Low-income savers don't magically earn more. They build systems that protect money before spending happens. They don't rely on willpower. They rely on structure. But most people are never taught this. Instead, they hear, just budget better, cut Starbucks, stop buying small things. That advice fails because it attacks behavior, not the system behind the behavior. If your rent, debt, and fixed bills already eat your income, willpower alone can't save you. You need leverage, and leverage comes from understanding cause and effect. This is where people usually collapse financially. An unexpected expense hits. Car repair, medical bills, job hours cut, emergency travel. No savings means one thing: debt. And once debt enters the system, everything changes. Interest starts stealing future income. Minimum payments reduce flexibility. Stress increases impulsive decisions. It becomes a loop. Emergency gives debt, gives less savings, gives next. Emergency gives more debt. This is the breaking point most families never escape. But here's the hidden escape route. Speed beats perfection. You don't need a perfect budget. You need fast momentum. And that starts with the smallest but most powerful financial weapon, your first emergency buffer. Most financial advice says, save 6 months of expenses. That sounds responsible, but for low-income earners it sounds impossible. So people quit before they start. Instead, successful savers do something radical. They lower the goal. They aim for $100 buffer, then $300, then $500, then $500. Why does this work? Because psychology changes before money does. Once you see money sitting untouched, even a small amount, your brain switches from scarcity mode to protection mode. You stop asking, how do I spend this? You start asking, how do I protect this? That shift is everything. Here's the rule that separates savers from survivors. Money saved first is rarely spent later. Money saved last is rarely saved at all. If you wait until the end of the month, something will always steal your money. So the fastest saving strategy is automation plus separation. You create a separate savings account. Automatic transfer the moment income arrives. Even if it's only $10 or $20. Why? Because your brain adapts to what's left, not what you earn. This is how people with low income quietly build savings while others stay stuck. Most people think cutting expenses is the solution. But here's the reality. You can't outcut structural leaks. If you're paying high-interest debt, bank fees, subscription creep, convenience spending triggered by exhaustion, then you're bleeding money invisibly. And until you plug these leaks, saving will always feel slow. You were never bad with money. You were dropped into a system designed to drain it. We uncovered how spending was automated, debt normalized, and saving pushed to the bottom of the priority list. And we revealed the first weapon: building a small emergency buffer and paying yourself first. Now comes the part that actually changes lives. Because understanding the problem doesn't save you money, systems do. This is where most people fail, and where you finally take control. Most people assume their biggest problem is rent or groceries. But when financial data is analyzed, low-income households consistently lose money to 3 invisible traps. Trap number 1, convenience spending. Food delivery, ride apps, impulse snacks, small daily purchases. Individually, they feel harmless. But collectively, they quietly erase savings potential. Why does this happen? Because exhaustion taxes your willpower. When you're tired, stressed, and busy just surviving, your brain pays extra to avoid friction. The solution is not discipline. It's pre-decision. You decide once. Pack lunches ahead. Set weekly cash limits. Remove saved card details from apps. This forces friction back into spending. When spending becomes slightly inconvenient, saving becomes easier. Trap number 2, subscription creep. Streaming, music apps, cloud storage, hidden auto renewals. Companies love subscriptions because they drain money silently. Most people underestimate how much they lose here. The fix is ruthless simplicity. One entertainment subscription at a time. Cancel unused apps. Pause nice-to-have services. Every cancelled subscription is automatic savings without changing your lifestyle much at all. Trap number 3, interest theft. High-interest debt steals future income. Every month you pay interest. You're working for the bank, not yourself. This is why aggressive microdebt reduction matters. Not because it feels good, but because it unlocks future cash flow. Most budgets fail because they start with spending categories. Instead, use the reverse method. 1. Decide savings amount first, even $20 weekly. 2. Lock it away automatically. 3. Live on what remains. This forces adaptation. Humans adapt faster than they think. When money disappears from your checking account automatically, your lifestyle adjusts naturally without constant decision fatigue. This method works for low income because it prioritizes survival savings first. Here's a proven 30-day reset that creates visible results fast. Week 1, financial audit. List all subscriptions, check last 30 days of spending. Highlight non-essential leaks, cancel immediately. Goal: stop bleeding. Week 2, emergency buffer, start open separate savings account. Automate small transfer, aim for first $100. Goal: create protection. Week 3, expense compression, cook at home, more use cash for groceries. Pause impulse categories. Goal: increase breathing room. Week 4, income optimization, sell unused items. Pick short-term side income, ask for extra shifts. Goal: accelerate savings temporarily. This is not about hustling forever. It's about jump-starting stability. Today's economy is repeating dangerous patterns. Rising prices, stagnant wages, increasing debt, shrinking savings rates. Households with savings survive downturns. Households without savings fall instantly. The difference isn't luck, it's preparation. People who built emergency buffers in stable times handle crises calmly. Those who didn't panic when the system shakes. History keeps repeating this lesson. The moment your identity changes, everything follows. You stop saying, "I can't save." You start saying, "I protect my future." You stop reacting to money. You start directing it. This isn't about becoming rich. It's about regaining control. Let's lock this in. $10 saved consistently beats $1,000 never started. Momentum creates discipline, not motivation. Automation, separation, and friction protect money better than self-control ever will. Design your system once, let it run. Savings is not about interest. It's about freedom from panic. Once emergencies stop turning into debt, your financial future opens up. If you don't build savings, every crisis becomes a financial disaster. Every setback resets progress. Every surprise becomes debt. And slowly, year by year, life becomes more fragile. But the opposite is also true. Small savings today compound into stability tomorrow. Here's the real question. Not how much do you earn, but how long could you survive if income stopped tomorrow? Your answer reveals everything. If this video helps shift your mindset, like this video so more people escape the money trap, subscribe for more real financial strategies, and comment, I'm starting today to lock in accountability. Because the system profits when you stay broke, but you don't have to play by its rules anymore.